Okay, so I'm Raquelle Brown, Managing Director of Irie Rock, and Irie Rock is a natural skincare line of products. So what we do is that we manufacture actually skincare products that will actually give to service industry. So we provide products to spas, gift shops, pharmacies, beauty supplies, so, of that nature.
Okay.
Yeah.
You actually make the
We
products.
actually make the product and supply the service, the industry in itself, the spa industry.
Yes. And are your products made from material in Jamaica?
We try
that you
as
get?
much as possible to get as much natural ingredients locally. Unfortunately, we can't get everything here.
Yeah. So you do.
So
import.
whatever we can, we do. Whatever we can't, we have to source it elsewhere.
All right. Outside of Jamaica, who are your trading partners and where are they located?
We trade a little in the US. We have a distributor within the US at the moment that distribute our tea tree, which is a facial line of products, and some of our body care line of products as well. We also have done a little business in Trinidad as well as the Bahamas.
Okay.
But majority of our overseas, I would say, trade will come through our website, which is our online store, so to speak. So we do our everything from information. You go in there, you get a vast amount of information, but also you get to purchase the product based on whatever your problems may be regarding your skin.
Okay, wonderful. Now, as a female,
Yes.
we want to know what are some of the challenges that you experience as you carry out your business?
Oh wow! I think when we just started, it was a means of getting information. Information is such a key thing when in business. One, you need information just to do trade in Jamaica. One, you need to know when the trade shows are, where they are being held, the time, and all of these different things. But that gathering of information was a very difficult task. I don't know is whether or not you have to be in a certain in business in a certain period for a certain period of time or whatever before the information start coming to you, or you have to pay your dues, so to speak. I'm not too sure, but gathering that information was very hard initially, and then just getting into these different places that we wanted to be. We wanted to be in the hotels mainly initially, in their spas, and we targeted those areas. A little bit of a challenge. I think what happened was that initially persons were not familiar with the whole idea of here is a Jamaican company producing products that are cosmetic products, spa products that are from Jamaica to supply this particular area. It wasn't in that industry. They mainly imported those particular products. So for us to go in and introducing to them this somewhat new concept, because you had other players within the industry actually providing that, but how we went about doing it, they were a little bit, oh my gosh, this is all natural. Will everything be okay?
Yeah, so the issue of legitimacy.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, you think that was because was that related to gender, or you think it was related just to the industry itself?
I was actually having this conversation a couple of weeks ago with a girlfriend of mine, and I was saying we were actually talking about how difficult it can be as women to do business in Jamaica. You typically have certain stereotype. We're too emotional, which as women. These are just one or two of the comments that you get. Will you be able to sustain this? Is this a long-term thing, or once you start having family, will this now become second priority, third or fourth? And will you be able to sustain the course of the business? So one of the issues that we had was, are you sure that this is not something that you're going to be just doing for this year, for this month? And you have to constantly letting them know that this is a business, this is a livelihood, this is our passion, and this is not something that is fleeting. This is here today, here tomorrow, and here for the next 20, 50 years and beyond.
Yes.
Long term, we're thinking.
But which of these challenges you think present the greatest barriers to your trading?
For me, it has always been information. I think because information have such a huge impact on, because every other factors, you can always find a way as to how to tweak that or go around that.
Yes.
You can always, once you can talk, have a little bit of a charm,
Yes.
you can actually go around it. But that need for information, that is literally the stepping stone for you to go to that next level. That stepping stone to get into that particular business, whether it's hotel, a pharmacy, a little mom and pop beauty supply store. It's getting the information as to, one, where are the trade shows, two, how can we get additional information and knowledge, where are the workshops, so that you can build upon your own skills.
Yes.
So that you can be a better manager, better business owner, which is a lot of things. A lot of us as women or as business owner on a whole, we start a business but we don't really know the whole aspect of running a business, and that is also a learning process. As a young entrepreneur myself, I have my degree in marketing and international business, and I'm also a strategic marketer by CIM. You have the qualifications, but not necessarily the experience within the different fields. Within in terms of a large time span. So you constantly, to a certain extent, you're learning on the job. You're learning how to be the best manager and creating that balance between being that authoritative figure and also being approachable to yourself, so that you can make sure that productivity is what it ought to be, because nobody wants to deal with a type of boss all the time. So trying to just learn the whole process of just running your own business in itself is a bit of a challenge.
Yes. Have you sought help in an effort to overcome any of the challenges you talk about? And you seem to lay a lot of emphasis on information gathering as a very important challenge. Have you sought any help in an effort to overcome those challenges?
We have done quite a bit of courses. Jampro and JBDC have been excellent. When we just started, JBDC was a real supporting organization for us, a really good facilitator, because at that point in time they had the cluster system, and what they did was that companies within a particular industry, they would have different workshops and seminars of that nature, and they would actually carry you in, and they will give you the necessary training so that you can actually be a better facilitated the information flowing aspect of things, which is essential. Once again, as a young business, as a young woman business owner, you're not really brought up in that business society, so to speak. You're literally one of the very few within your maybe your family that is actually benchmarking in that is going into this particular realm. You don't know, you don't have the network. So to have a company like JBDC giving you that foot into that arena is quite wonderful.
Yes.
And Jampro have in the last few years have taken on that role as being our facilitator for that next level.
Yes. How do you interact with the financial institutions?
Exim Bank have been wonderful to us. We have been working quite a bit with them. Wonderful. We have they themselves have also assisted in quite a bit of information and just training and facilitating in terms of grants and all of those things as well. Thus far, we have been successful not being able to actually getting a loan per se. Not too sure how long that will last. We wanted a natural growth process where it wasn't bombarded with too much of a loan situation, and we were actually thinking about the possibility of actually going into partnership or getting an investor than actually doing loans.
Because the interest rates would
it was ridiculous at that point in time, because we started a business in the heart of a recession.
Yes. Do you think that the challenges that you have mentioned are unique to women-owned business? This is it.
I would like to think no.
Uh-huh.
That is my way of thinking. I would hope not. However, as you look, and as I look back, you see situations where it may not have been as equal as you would want it to be. But I'm always thinking, it can't be like that because I refuse to believe that there is any form of disparity when it comes to the sex
All
here.
right, yes. Well, what, in your opinion, can be done to resolve some of the challenges, especially those faced by female business owners?
Well, I think one, I'm always an advocate for training. I think that you need to, as a woman, you need to try to be as much as possible in the know, because there are always so many obstacles facing you from the get-go. So try to just have the information, train yourself, educate yourself, go to the workshop, do the seminars. That additional information is key. And two, make sure that when you step out and you're doing business, you do business. You go out, you know how to negotiate, you know that you're well prepared. These are small things, but they have big impact. When I am going to have a meeting with one of the hotels, so to speak, I make sure that I have my samples. I make sure that I have the necessary information that I know that they will want. I also know that we're going to be going to the negotiation table. So I also make sure that I have in the back of my head or on a piece of paper, whichever is convenient for you, where my price point is and where the furthest I can go. Yes. So that we can actually do business while we are there. We're not postponing business for another time, because that opportunity may not come again.
Yes.
So take advantage of the opportunity then.
That's right. Okay.
No.
As a woman,
yes,
what do you think is the major advantage or the major disadvantage of trading in or from the Caribbean?
I think in terms of advantage, within the Caribbean, women are known as nurturers. And the type of business that I'm in, which is more within the whole health and beauty and natural aspect of things, and Jamaica being in a pretty much of a natural resurgence, so to speak, as a woman, it's wonderful. You get a lot of points for it, to be honest, just for just being a woman.
So I think that's an advantage.
Yeah, because the assumption, that may not be the word, the perception is that you are, because you're a woman, because you're within a Jamaica, which is a more of a natural marketplace, and you're manufacturing within this particular playing field or a market, it gives your product a certain amount of legitimacy within that natural aspect of things. So that is the advantage that I would say. That legitimacy that comes with just being.
Is it brand Jamaica then?
Within that brand, yes.
Brand Jamaica.
No, it works.
Yes.
It's a very strong brand that a lot of us as manufacturers, whether it's female or male, we don't capitalize on. And learning to and realizing it for what it is first, and learning how to capitalize on it is essential.
Yes.
So that is a huge part. You being a woman, going also, I always go back to my field. We're in health and beauty. We're doing skincare. Who better than a female to actually go out and actually advocate for that?
Yes. Any disadvantage?
Disadvantage is, once again, the assumption that because you're a woman, your family, you will always have to be making that decision between whether or not I should be doing business or doing dealing with the family. The assumption is that you can't do both, and that assumption is wrong, because we have seen it being done by many women over the years and have been doing it successfully, as a matter of fact. So it has shown that the woman that is running the home and actually having her business going tend to be happier, because she's more independent and knowing that she's contributing as well. And it does not mean that it will take away from her business. It doesn't.
Yes.